Genesis, can you come over and make dinner for me now? I just don't feel like doing anything today. Huh? Right now? I still have to prepare dinner at my place and get a bunch of other things ready. So it's hard for me to come over now. That doesn't matter. I'm hungry, so hurry up and come make it. All right, but is it okay if it's something simple? I want steak today. Also, serve the fancy French appetizers I saw on TV before. Steak and French cuisine? That might be a bit too much. What? A housewife should always be able to prepare a perfect meal no matter what, right? Or are you saying you can't do that? No, it's not that. But it's already late and things are a bit hectic now. Excuses, excuses. That's why you're useless. Seriously, why did Andrew marry a woman like you? He really didn't have good judgment after all. How could you say that? Oh, and dessert too. I'd like a parfait if possible. Make it fancy with lots of vanilla ice cream and fruit. A parfait? But I don't have the ingredients. Another excuse? Are you saying you can't meet my demands? Or is it that you just don't care to satisfy me? No, that's not what I meant. All right, I'll do my best. See? That's what you should have said from the start. Honestly, if you just followed orders from the beginning, it would make things easier for both of us. Well, maybe it's too much to expect that from you. Ruby. And by the way, don't get too caught up in your honeymoon tomorrow. When you get back, I expect you to handle all the household chores perfectly. If you disappoint Andrew, things won't end well for you. Okay, I'll be careful. My son is special, so you'll need to work harder. By the way, what are you planning to wear on your honeymoon tomorrow? You're not going in some cheap outfit, are you? Huh? No, just a simple dress. Simple? That's only going to embarrass Andrew. It's a special trip, so wear something more glamorous and upscale. I prefer to keep it simple and not too showy. Do you even realize how plain you are? At least make sure you look decent on the outside. Okay. Now don't forget about dinner. Hey, I've got a favor to ask you. If you don't agree, things are going to get ugly, trust me. Ruby, what is this favor? I hate you, so I want you to divorce my son right after the honeymoon. What? During the trip, make sure Andrew is disgusted with you and you're the one to blame. What are you talking about? Inside Pan, why don't you do something a bit flashy? Being vulgar would be just perfect. Like causing a scene on the beach and being loud enough to bother the other tourists. Or maybe do something even more outrageous. Oh, I know. Why not do something shocking like relieving yourself in the middle of the street? If you pull off something that crazy, Andrew could start to think he can't be with you anymore. Ruby, what are you even thinking? I would never do such a thing. I've never even considered being vulgar in front of him. Oh, really? Well, if you don't listen to me, prepare yourself. Your life as a daughter-in-law is going to be brutal. Do you think you can handle relentless harassment from me? Why are you saying such things? I thought you were supportive of our marriage until now. Supportive? That was only because my husband told me to keep quiet and not interfere with Andrew's decision. On the inside, I've been sending prayers the whole time. Prayers? Yes. I hope the two of you fight and break up. That kind of prayer. But unfortunately, that wish didn't come true. So I wished for something bigger. I hope the whole world ends. Breaking up or the end of the world? Isn't that a little extreme? You think so? But to me, this marriage is that much of a disaster. I can't believe I allowed it to happen. What do you hate about me so much? Did I do something wrong? Your very existence is the problem. I can't stand the thought of an ordinary, boring woman like you being involved in my son's life. Is that because you're comparing me to Andrew? You know about his special power, don't you? Yes, I've heard he has a special ability to sense things normal people can't, and that he sometimes has premonition dreams. Exactly. That power used to be incredible. When he was a child, it was even stronger than it is now. He could guess what was inside surprise boxes, and he even predicted earthquakes. He was like a child of God. But I heard that as he grew up, the power weakened, and now he can only vaguely sense things. That's right. It's such a waste. If he had trained properly, he could have been predicting lottery numbers by now. What? You were thinking about that? Of course! That's why he should have married a woman with similar abilities and had children with even stronger powers. You've got to be kidding, right? That ability has caused him a lot of pain throughout his life. Yes, I know. When he was little, he often cried at night from scary dreams, but that's no big deal. We don't want our child to go through that kind of pain. That's because he's not tough enough. But don't worry. I'll raise my future grandchild properly and make them strong. Neither of us wants that. I don't care what you want. You're going to divorce him soon anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's absolutely not going to happen. We're not planning to break up. Is that so? If you insist, I guess I have no choice. Do you understand now? I understand how you feel. Thank you. But that doesn't mean I agree with you. What? Anyway, goodbye. Wait, what do you mean by that? There's nothing more to say. I hope you enjoy your trip tomorrow. She's definitely up to something. I'm Genesis, 27 years old. It hadn't been long since I married my husband, Andrew. And we were all set to head off on our honeymoon starting the next day. But I had this strange feeling that something was not right. I didn't want to ruin the mood, so I decided to wait until we got back from the trip to tell him about the WhatsApp messages. The next day, I was on high alert as we headed to the airport. But Ruby, who was determined to make us divorce, pulled off something unbelievable. Ruby! Stop doing this weird stuff! Don't you realize how inappropriate this is? What are you planning? Isn't it obvious? I locked you in the airport bathroom stall. Pretending to be a cleaning lady just for this? How wicked! It was a flawless disguise, wasn't it? I snagged the outfit on Amazon just yesterday. And snatching my bag too? What are you thinking? I'm taking your place on the flight to Saipan. I'll be enjoying the trip with my son. What? You ugly girl. You'll be stuck in the airport bathroom until I get back. This isn't funny. Stop joking around. I'm serious. You and Andrew need to get divorced as soon as possible. If you keep this up, Andrew will hate you, not me. Canceling the honeymoon makes you the bad one. A quick divorce is just around the corner for you. I've already sent a message to Andrew on WhatsApp. Oh, really? Looks like a message just popped up. What? You see, earlier when I pretended to say goodbye, I actually met up with him. At that moment, I casually slipped his phone out of his pocket. Of course, without him noticing. Such trickery is a piece of cake for me. No way. How did you even manage that? I slipped a dummy phone of the same model into his pocket. It looks exactly the same, but inside it's completely empty. You have to be extra careful with things like this. Can anyone really pull off something that smoothly? I've known for a while that Andrew always keeps his phone in his back pocket. So I practiced all night to make sure I could pull it off flawlessly. It's only natural to know your son's habits, right? Are you kidding me? And thanks to you being stuck in the bathroom for so long, the timing was perfect. I sent Andrew ahead on the flight, and now I'll calmly follow behind. This is too much, even for you. It's just despicable. It's my dream to have my future grandchild predict a big lottery win. I'll do whatever it takes. Andrew and that power of his will lead our family to greatness. If my husband hears about this, he'll be disgusted with you. No one will ever support that kind of thinking. Oh, please. Andrew and I are blood related. If I take my time convincing him, he'll understand. After all, I raised him. That's impossible. Now open this door. No way. I've wedged the door shut with 3 suitcases filled with heavy stones, and even braced it with a rod. It took a lot of effort. No wonder it doesn't open. This is unbelievable. Plus, I put an out-of-order sign at the entrance, so no one's coming in. Pretty flawless, right? I really am a woman who leaves no stone unturned. So that's why it's been so quiet. Oh, and I took your bag too, and helped myself to the cash inside. There was plenty of cash. Looks like I'll be living it up in Saipan. Lucky me. Stop it. That money is important. Oh, and your wallet and bag aren't my style, so I'm going to throw them all out. They're probably just cheap stuff, considering someone like you owns them. That wallet is something my late grandmother gave me for my birthday. It's really important to me. I don't care about the money, but please, at least give me back my wallet. Was your grandmother some kind of billionaire? No, of course not, right? So that wallet's probably just some leftover bargain bin junk. Off to the trash it goes. I don't need the money, please. I'm begging you. Just give me the wallet. If it's that precious to you, let's have a little fun with it. Look, I'm soaking it in coffee, and now it's ruined for good. And there it goes, into the trash. Goodbye, cheap wallet. How could you? You're the worst. I need to get out of here and retrieve it right now. It's useless. Just stay put. No matter what you try, there's no escape. You should just give up.
Ruby, it's serious.
What now? If you think you can trick me, you're mistaken.
This is no time for that. You need to run now.
Huh?
Wait, don't tell me. Has the plane already taken off?
Of course. These days, planes have Wi-Fi, so I can keep using WhatsApp. It's pretty convenient.
I see. Well, in that case, there's nothing I can do. But please, listen calmly. I need you to take what I'm about to say seriously. That plane might really be in danger. It's not just a gut feeling. We both sensed something was wrong.
What kind of nonsense are you talking about now? Honestly, such a pathetic lie. Who would believe that? You don't seriously think you can still fool me with some made-up story, do you? It's not funny at all.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm not joking about this. It's Andrew. He's the one who said it. He sensed danger many times with his power. And this time, I'm sure he's right.
What are you talking about? Did you forget that I have his phone? There's no way he could contact you. How could he tell you something like that?
He's right next to me. He actually came and rescued me. Andrew sensed where I was using his ability and acted immediately.
What kind of nonsense are you spouting? You're locked in a bathroom. How could he be with you? Have you lost your mind?
You might not believe it, but just a little while ago, he came to help me. Andrew got on the plane, but then he got off right away. I think he sensed something.
This lie is so far-fetched that it's not even funny anymore. Who do you think is going to believe such nonsense?
But it's true. As soon as he boarded the plane, he sensed something dangerous, and Andrew immediately turned back.
No way!
Please, believe me. The biggest proof is that Andrew isn't on that plane right now. If he was, you'd be able to check, right?
He is there. I rebooked the ticket in my name, so our seats are separate. But I definitely confirmed it. He's sitting in that seat.
Are you really sure about that? I don't think so.
He's wearing an Aloha shirt and jeans, so it's definitely Andrew. I've seen him in that outfit many times.
Did you actually talk to him to confirm? Or are you just assuming because of the outfit?
Well, he's been sleeping with an eye mask on, so I didn't talk to him. But there's no way I'm wrong.
Ruby, I heard you're nearsighted, and recently, you've been having some farsightedness issues too, right? Andrew mentioned that as well. Are you wearing your glasses today?
No, not today. I'm planning to switch to contacts once we get to Saipan. I'm fine without them for now, but what does that matter?
Then take a good look. Put on your glasses or really focus to make sure. It's important to confirm if it's actually your son.
There's no way I'd mistake my own son's face. I'm his mother.
If that's what you believe, then check properly. See the truth with your own eyes.
Hold on a second. It wasn't him.
Now, do you believe what I've been saying?
So, this plane really is in danger?
Yes, unfortunately.
And what exactly do you mean by danger? You're not saying it's going to crash, are you?
Calm down. We don't know that for sure yet.
You've got to be kidding. I'm getting off right now. I'll make them turn the plane around.
One passenger making a fuss isn't going to make them turn around. And if you do something suspicious, there's a chance you might be mistaken for a hijacker or something.
Then what am I supposed to do?
You'll just have to pray that you arrive in Saipan safely.
I can't stand the thought of sitting here for hours with that hanging over me.
Maybe it's karma catching up to you.
Stop saying things like that and do something with the airline.
What do you want me to do?
Tell them about Andrew's ability and get them to turn the plane around.
No one is going to believe that.
So what are you saying? You're just going to abandon me like this?
As I said before, Andrew only felt that something was off, but that doesn't mean the plane is definitely going to crash.
What else could possibly go wrong while on a plane if not a crash?
Like the restroom being too crowded and you won't make it?
That's awful. But as long as it doesn't crash, that's better.
Oh.
What? What is it?
That plane is going to crash. I assumed Andrew was wearing that scared expression because he thought the plane was about to go down.
What?
But really, he was just holding back the urge to hit the bathroom.
I'm sitting here terrified that the plane might actually crash, and you're joking around?
Relax, it's not going to crash.
Really?
Andrew just had one of his clear visions for the first time in a while.
He saw me landing safely in Saipan?
Yeah.
That's a relief.
And he also clearly saw you getting pickpocketed at the airport and ending up with nothing.
What?
Well, considering it was my money in the first place, it's a bit of a mixed feeling. But I'll just add that to the compensation.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? That makes no sense.
I'm talking about the fact that you locked me in the bathroom. I'll be filing a criminal report for unlawful confinement and seeking compensation.
Are you trying to scare me with this ridiculous exaggeration?
I'm serious. When Andrew came to rescue me, he wasn't alone. The police were with him.
You're lying.
The police saw me locked in that bathroom and they took photos as evidence. Plus, this conversation on WhatsApp clearly proves that you, Ruby, are the culprit. So, there's no escaping this.
This isn't funny. It's a joke, right? Enough is enough. You're such an awful daughter-in-law trying to scare me with lies. It's making me sick.
Well, if you don't want to believe it, that's fine. But when you return, reality will catch up to you. At that point, you'll fully understand what you've done.
Wait, are you saying this isn't a joke?
Yes, this is the reality. I'm filing a criminal report and you will be arrested. On top of that, I'll be claiming compensation for emotional distress, as well as damages for the bag and wallet you destroyed, for a total of $20,000.
What? You're really going to turn me, your husband's mother, over to the police? You are truly the worst daughter-in-law of all time. I should give you an award for being the most disgraceful wife ever.
Honestly, I expected you to make a bigger scene. But I'm surprised you're calm enough to crack such a lame joke instead.
Once Andrew finds out you're trying to turn his mother into a criminal, he'll definitely divorce you, right?
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
There's no problem. I'll just have my husband pay the compensation. Getting a criminal record doesn't bother me at all.
But Andrew came with the police to rescue me, didn't he? Can you really believe he'd still take your side after that?
He's a smart guy. He's just pretending to be a good husband in front of the police. How can you not see that? You're such a clueless wife.
But Andrew told me he's cutting ties with you. He said he'll never have anything to do with you again after what you've done to me.
No way! That can't be true!
That's not the only reason. Andrew is also furious that you tried to use his power for your selfish gain. That's another reason he's cutting ties with you.
I'm just hoping for my future grandchild to have that gift. I'm not trying to control Andrew.
That makes it even worse. The fact that you're trying to place that burden on your grandchild is something he can't forgive.
Why not? If we won the lottery, I was planning to share the winnings with him.
You really don't understand, do you?
What don't I understand?
You've been by Andrew's side all this time and should know how much he's suffered because of that power. Yet you're trying to pass that burden on to his future children. You don't realize how cruel that is. That's why he's decided to cut ties with you. He's disillusioned by it.
That's a lie. It has to be.
And as for having your husband pay the compensation, I wouldn't count on that, since you're probably going to be served with divorce papers the moment you return. So that plan's likely not going to work.
What?
When I called earlier to report what's been happening, he mentioned that he always felt your fixation on Andrew's power, but he didn't know it was this intense. Now he's saying he can't keep going like this with you.
That's just you trying to scare me, isn't it? You're saying all this just to win, to make me feel threatened. I can see right through your lies. This whole divorce talk, it's something you've orchestrated, isn't it?
I don't know about that. The truth is often more brutal than you think. I understand you don't want to face reality, but the time for escaping through lies and threats is over. Isn't it about time you accept the truth?
This is a lie. This isn't something that can be brushed off as a joke. But wait. What if my husband really wants a divorce? What am I supposed to do then? Are you behind all of this? Oh no! He just sent me a picture of the divorce papers on WhatsApp. This can't be happening. Why has my life turned out like this?
Oh my. Looks like one of your fun surprises just disappeared. I was planning to shock you even more after you returned, but reality hit you much sooner than expected. And the reality waiting for you after you return may be even harsher.
So, Andrew really did say he's cutting ties with me? No, that can't happen. You have to convince Andrew to help me. He really shouldn't throw in the towel on me at this point. He'll regret treating his mother like this.
Why would I help someone who locked me in the bathroom and threw away my late grandmother's keepsake so casually? This is a mess of your own making, isn't it?
Fine, I was wrong. I'll apologize. I'll take full responsibility and replace the bag and wallet. I'll buy you new ones. Just please, help me.
There's nothing of value I could ever want from you. And at this point, do you really think replacing those things makes any difference?
Please don't say that. If my husband divorces me and my son abandons me, I don't know what to do. How am I supposed to go on living?
This is exactly what they call reaping what you sow. The consequences of all the people you've trampled over are now coming back to you.
I'll do anything. I'll pay you back, and I'll totally ask for your forgiveness. Please, don't abandon me like this. I don't want my life to end this way.
After returning, Ruby was immediately divorced and cut off from her son Andrew. The family future she had envisioned vanished without a trace. She was kicked out of her home and now lives in a small rundown apartment. Her life is far more difficult than before. She works as a cashier at the grocery store during the day and does night shifts at the factory to make ends meet. Of course, she has no friends left, and even her relatives have distanced themselves. She now leads a lonely life, ignored by everyone. Her habit of looking down on people hasn't changed, and she's hated at work due to her bullying of new employees. She's reportedly on the verge of losing her job. The get-rich-quick dreams she once had have all evaporated. And maybe she's finally realized that her greed is what cost her everything. Meanwhile, my husband and I are enjoying married life. We regularly meet up with my father-in-law, have meals, and go shopping together. Now, I'm just thinking how nice it would be to introduce him to his future grandchild soon.